Hey, a lot of people come to us and ask us about the right time to start their preparation. Now, normally I tell them that it is never too early to begin and it is never too late to begin. But then in this particular session, I will tell you why you need to start today, why you need to start early in order to significantly increase your chances of attaining your eventual goal. So I'll tell you three things that can help you immensely if you start today. And the third one will change your perspective completely on the way you look at your CAT preparation. I'm Vikrant. I'm your personal coach for all things related to English, communication skills, strategy, and mental aspects of the preparation. And this is iQuanta's YouTube channel that is dedicated to your success as a B-School aspirant. In case you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. So let's dive into why you need to start today and get all the benefits that you really deserve. So let's start. How many people go on to appear for the CAT exam every year? Well, last year, the number of CAT applicants was around 3.28 lakh. Not all of them turned up to appear for the exam. The people who appeared were closer to 3 lakhs. But then, this is the number of people who go ahead and take a shot or want to get into the IIMs. And how many seats do you have in the IIMs? How many seats in the IIMs? Well, we happen to have a little more than 5,100 seats. So the equation is 3,28,000 aspirants, 5,100 seats. You want to be one of those 5,100. You look at this equation and you'd realize that this can take every ounce of effort that you can potentially put in. So I think this equation itself should tell you that you need to start today. But in case you need to know more, let's go ahead and talk more. So, what are the benefits of starting your preparation early? Benefit number one, you can become absolutely unbeatable. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, whenever you prepare for any exam, you're supposed to study. Now, there are some areas where if you give them more time, you go on to become better, and somebody who devotes less time to them is never going to be as good as you are. So what kind of areas? So number one, skills. Now imagine, let's take an example. You realize dancing is a skill. So if you start learning this particular skill today, and I pick it up a year from now. So let us say that by the time your competition arises, by the time you are there for your competition, you have put in 18 months of preparation, whereas I have put in 6 months of preparation. Do you think my skill level can be anywhere close to your skill level? Nah, not going to happen. So anything which is a skill, the more you practice it, the better you become, and somebody who starts late is always going to lag behind. So in your CAT preparation, do you have areas that can be termed skills? Yes, here they are. So you need reading skills. In fact, almost 25% of your paper is reading skills. Then calculation skills. Yes, there is an on-screen calculator available and all that, but people who are superior at calculation skills are able to answer quite a few of those questions faster. It helps you save time in quantitative aptitude. It helps you save time in data interpretation. So calculation skills, and then remember personal interview, etc. So communication skills. When you start early, you can take care of all the three things. People who start late, they won't even have time to look at the third bit. And perhaps not even the first two thoroughly. So starting today would mean that your skills are at a significantly more advanced level, but that's not all. In your preparation, you also have some knowledge-based areas that are very vast. And they are so vast that people who start early can go on to cover a significant chunk of those. People who start late may not be able to cover a significant chunk. For example, here are the 3 areas that do get tested in one place or the other in B school entrance exams. So one of them is grammar, the other is vocabulary, third is GK. Come to think of it, can you ever master vocabulary? Can you know all the words that are there in English? Can you know everything in GK? No. But then if you prepare today and then somebody prepares or starts his preparation a few months later, those extra few months are always going to be your advantage over your competition. You would have gone on to cover more of grammar, more of vocabulary, more of GK, and the person who starts late will not be in a position to catch up. So you get this unassailable lead. That is your first benefit. But then that's not all. Benefit number 2 is you reduce the role of luck in this entire process. Tell me something. You know, normally when you leave for your college, you calculate it and you leave say half an hour in advance, an hour in advance. Let's say you stay at a place where your college is 30 minutes away. So on most of the days when you leave 30 minutes prior to the start time. But then when you have exams, why is it that you leave early? Why won't you still leave 30 minutes before? During our exams, we'd probably leave 45-60 minutes in advance. Why? There are 2 reasons. Number 1, it gives us some cushion for unforeseen events. You know, you can get a flat tire, there can be a traffic jam, maybe an accident, who knows. So when you have that buffer, you are able to still go ahead and reach the examination hall in time. And the other advantage is peace of mind. You know, you will not feel rushed. It's the exact same thing for your CAT preparation as well. So you're starting today, but then maybe when you start writing the mock exams, you may realize that, oh, I am not as good at this particular area as I thought I was, right? So you may require more time. Or maybe life happens, perhaps there is something else in your life that you need to take care of. Because you've started in advance, you won't really be bothered and you'd be able to accommodate all of those things. And that too with this peace of mind. And therefore, I'd say it makes a lot of sense to start early. And benefit 3 is the one which will change the way you look at the preparation. Tell me, when you prepare well in advance, don't you think you'd be able to prepare holistically? What do I mean by this? What's your goal? Now that you're preparing for the CAT exam, what is your goal? So a lot of people would typically think that their goal is to crack the CAT, or in other words, their goal is to get a great percentile in the CAT exam. But then, hey, let us say that you're preparing for the CAT. There is a day when the result comes out and you have scored a 99.99 percentile. Now, are you going to be happy? Now will you come to me and say, oh Vikrant, look at this scorecard. I've done what I wanted to do. Now let's go to the Himalayas. No. You were writing this exam because your goal was not to just crack the CAT. Your goal was to get into that dream B school. Now you will come to me and say, Vikrant, now let's prepare for the personal interview. Let me, help me prepare for the VAT and the extempore, etc. and everything that these exams are going to really test me on. So your goal actually is to get into your dream B school. In fact, the truth is your goal is even bigger. Your goal is to pass out of these colleges and become an excellent manager who earns a lot and has a stellar career ahead of you. But then, for a brief while, even if I remove this last layer, even if I remove this, our goal is still to get into a B school, and will cracking the CAT alone suffice? You realize this circle is bigger. It means that there are some other things beyond the CAT that come into the equation here. So when you look at a B school, the equation is actually different. So here, let's talk about the ratio of the number of seats that IIM Ahmedabad has and the number of people they call for the next round on the basis of their shortlisting. So typically, for every 1 seat that they have, they are going to call 4 individuals. So you've cracked the CAT exam. You are one of the 4. Now you know that out of these 4, 3 are not going to make it. Only 1 is going to be successful. Is it any fun being part of these 3? You crack the CAT exam and then you get rejected. Will that be a happy moment for you? No. It becomes happy only when you are the one who gets selected, when you are this one and not one of those 3. And for that, you need to look at the selection criteria used by different colleges rather thoroughly. So CAT is just one part of the process. Apart from the CAT score, they look at your academic performance. So your marks in 10th, your marks in 12th, your marks in graduation. So most of the people who start early are typically still pursuing their graduation. So you can put in that extra effort and make sure that this aspect goes on to become even better for you. They may look at your work experience. They look at your they look at academic diversity. Basically whether you are an engineer or a non-engineer. They look at gender diversity, and then subsequently different colleges will have an analytical writing test or a written ability test, or say for a college like FMS, an extempore. Almost all the colleges will also put you through a personal interview. So your selection depends on all these things. Now imagine somebody starts his preparation a few months prior to the CAT exam. 5 months, 6 months, 8 months prior to the CAT exam. Chances are that that person will be focused only on this part, whereas you, because you are starting today, you can take care of your academic performance. You can take care of your VAT. You can take care of your interview. Of course, there are some things that you can't change now, but ignore those. But the rest of the things are things that you can go ahead and take a stand on, and that will definitely make you perform significantly better in all of these other domains. So people who start early have a greater potential of going from this to that. And therefore, I believe that it is a no-brainer that you start today. And in case you're wondering that, okay, where do I really start with? iQuanta has a very, very thorough CAT preparation program where you get to work with some of the topmost faculty members who have coached thousands of people. And then you notice there are tons of features. Look at this. 24/7 doubt solving. We take you through classes, we take you through application classes. We have modules that take care of foundations for those people who are weak in something or the other. So I am sure that if you go through this program, it is going to help you stand a cut above the rest when it comes to your competition. So do join us, start working with us. Even more importantly, start today. And if you do that, I have no doubt in saying that I will see you at the top. So that's it from me today. If you want to be at that summit, like this video, reach out to us, let's work together, and you know that you and I can achieve a lot together. So I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay focused, stay in touch.